This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
A small fee. We have Sheridan Memorial, the Chamber of Commerce, NAMI, American Legion Auxiliary, CHAPS, Sheridan Community Land Trust, VOA, City of Sheridan, also Mission 22, AARP, and the VA all coming together. So it's all kinds of organizations that have services for veterans. So a couple of things that we're trying to do is have a benefits fair, but make it family fun and bring awareness. So we'll have green glow things and some treats and hot cocoa, and it'll just be a way for folks to come together, and they will light up.
Services to veterans to join. To show support.
Gazebo there.
DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And a very good evening. Welcome to 4A Playoff Football. I'm Shane Parker with the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show. Tonight, your 9-0 Broncs open the 2024 playoffs with a home game against the number 8 seed Laramie Plainsmen, who come into tonight's matchup with a record of 2-7. Last night, the Broncs picked up their 40th consecutive win by beating this same Laramie team 48-0 on the road in Laramie. The Broncs have just finished their third consecutive undefeated regular season, outscoring their opponents 418-51 and shutting out 5 of the 9 teams they've played so far this year. Laramie continues to improve each week with a new sophomore backup quarterback and moved the ball at times against the Broncs defense, but just were not able to finish drives. First-year head coach Jake Chick has taken this team back to the playoffs after missing the playoffs 3 out of the last 5 years. The weather tonight will be a bit chilly. It'll feel like early November football in Wyoming as the temps will dip into the low 40s at kickoff, and we will see colder temps have any effect on these two teams as the playoffs are here. Coming up tonight on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show, we will take a look at this week's YO Preps Coaches and Media Poll, which is the final poll of the year. We will have Kevin Coyle's weekly history report, and we will run down all of tonight's quarterfinal playoff matchups that will take place tonight and one game on Saturday. We will also hear from head coach Jeff Mowry as he breaks down tonight's matchup for us. All that and more coming your way on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show right here on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, also streaming live at SheridanMedia.com.
Are you wanting to start a business, make some home improvements, or have your eye on a new RV or vehicle? Security State Bank is a locally owned and operated bank that is small enough to listen, yet big enough to help. Security State Bank can help qualified applicants achieve these goals with competitive interest rates and quick in-house decisions. Stop by Security State Bank in Sheridan, Gillette, Worland, Graybull, or Basin and find out more online at ssbwyo.bank. Security State Bank, NMLS 401472, Equal Housing Lender. Whether you're starting a business, safeguarding your assets for future generations, or navigating the complexities of property transactions, McCool Law Firm LLC in Sheridan provides tailored solutions that ensure your success. McCool Law Firm understands that each case is unique, and it is committed to delivering personalized service that will exceed your expectations. McCool Law Firm, protecting your legacy, stepping up to bat for you. Find out more and schedule a consultation at McCoolLawFirmLLC.com or call 307-461-9240.
The weather is so unpredictable this time of year. Is your vehicle or your tires ready? Chris Hayden with Waring Sheridan Chevrolet.
Bob, with our tire price match guarantee, you don't have to wait for a tire sale. We carry all the brand name tires at the guaranteed lowest price. If your vehicle's in need of any mechanical repairs, we have the latest in diagnostic and repair equipment. Waring Chevrolet is your full-service dealership, and we value your business. Schedule online at waringsheridan.com or call us 674-6419.
Mossholders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Mossholders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Mossholders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Mossholders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Mossholders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season. Go Broncs and Lady Broncs.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show here from Homer Scott Stadium. Here is the final Wild Preps coaches and media poll of the year as we get things going tonight. In 4A, Sheridan again, number one. They got 17 out of 18 first place votes. Campbell County still number two, followed by East, Natrona County, and Thunder Basin. In Class 3A, nothing changed. Star Valley, the unanimous number one. Cody 2, Riverton 3, followed by Douglas and Powell. In Class 2A, the Bighorn Rams, still your number one ranked team in Class 2A, followed by Mountain View, Lovell, Cokeville, and Newcastle. In 1A 9-man, it's Lingle Fort Laramie, the number one team, followed by Pine Bluffs, Southeast, Shoshone, and Saratoga. And in 1A 6-man, Little Snake River is the unanimous number one, followed by Burlington, Encampment, Riverside, and DuBois. That is a look at your Wild Preps coaches and media poll, the final poll of the 2024 season. When we return, we will hear from Kevin Coyle. He'll run down tonight's Sheridan County football history report. And later on, we will hear from head coach Jeff Mowry as he talks about last week's game against Laramie and how they might change things playing Laramie again this week. You're listening to the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show right here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Texting and driving. Texting and driving? Everyone knows there really is no and. You're either texting or you're driving. In other words, if you're typing or reading anything while you're behind the wheel, you're not paying attention and you're not in control of your vehicle. That's why law enforcement around the state is cracking down on distracted driving. Hey, Wyoming, let's put an end to texting and driving because we all know better. There is no and. This message was paid for by WYDOT.
Veterans, your service deserves more. At First Northern Bank of Wyoming, our Patriot account is designed just for you. Hi, this is Erin Legursky, branch service representative at First Northern Bank. With our Patriot account, you can enjoy exclusive benefits such as interest-bearing accounts, no minimum balance, and free Patriot checks. Our Patriot account is one small way we can say thank you, veterans. Visit us at 29 North Gould or call 673-7777 to set up your Patriot account today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 402576.
Hungry? Got $5? McDonald's has you covered. Introducing the all-new $5 meal deal. Choose between a juicy McDouble or a McChicken sandwich. But wait, You'll also get a small fry, small drink, and a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, all for just $5. That's right, $5. So why wait? Head to McDonald's now and grab the $5 meal deal. Better yet, download the mobile app and save even more money and time by ordering ahead. McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
There is no known cure for tinnitus, but we can help provide you with relief. Hi, I'm Dr. Addison Dempsey.
And I'm JT Kraft from EBA Hearing and Sound.
Linear is the first low-risk, non-invasive medical device of its kind that is clinically proven to relieve tinnitus and is FDA approved.
Starkey's brand new Edge AI hearing aids offer groundbreaking technology that powers the most capable hearing devices available, while also offering expanded tinnitus masking therapies.
Schedule today to determine what tinnitus treatment is right for you.
EBA Hearing and Sound, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 39 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it can be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project, residential or commercial. Give Thompson Master Masons a call at 672-7971 or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
For Sheridan Media Sports, I'm Kevin Coyle with your Sheridan County High School football history report for the quarterfinals of 2024. Information courtesy Wyoming-football.com. For Laramie at Sheridan, this game kicks off Friday at 6 p.m. Sheridan won the first meeting between the two teams in 1911, while Laramie got its first win in 1941. Sheridan leads the overall series 45-43, including last week's win, and has won the last 21 straight, outscoring Laramie 894 to 155 in the process, and has won 22 of the last 23. Laramie's last win was in 2005 at Sheridan. In the postseason, Sheridan leads 5-2. As far as games at Sheridan go, Sheridan leads the series 25-17 and has won the last 10 times that the teams have played at Sheridan, and is 3-0 at home in the postseason versus the Plainsmen. The two teams last met in the postseason in 2022. Sheridan's longest winning streak versus Laramie is the current 21-game streak that started in 2006, while Laramie's longest winning streak versus Sheridan is 10 from 1968 to 1979. Sheridan has shut out Laramie 11 times, the last time happening last week, while Laramie has shut out Sheridan 9 times, the last in 1986. Sheridan's largest margin of victory versus Laramie is 57 in 2021, 57 zip, while Laramie's largest margin of victory versus Sheridan is 59 in 1964, 59 zip. The most points that Sheridan has scored in a game versus Laramie is 57, set back in 2021, 57 zip, while the most points that Laramie has scored in a game versus Sheridan is 59 in 1964, 59 zip. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. For Warland at Bighorn, this game kicks off Friday at 6 p.m. There's no history to report because this will be the first meeting between the Warriors and the Rams. With your Sheridan County High School football history report, I'm Kevin Coyle for Sheridan Media Sports.
Did you know Sheridan Motors is Sheridan's only locally owned and operated new vehicle dealership? That means when we thrive, Sheridan directly benefits. We're proud to support our hometown through sponsorships, good deeds, and excellent full-time jobs with benefits. Stop by your locally owned and operated Sheridan Motors to check out our incredible selection and find out what's coming soon. We know you have a choice when it comes to shopping for new and used cars, servicing your vehicle, and purchasing tires. On behalf of Sheridan Motors' entire team, thank you for your business.
Loans can help people when they need money. Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union makes loans. So does that mean Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union helps people? You bet it does. That's what it's all about. When you're a credit union member, that means you're also an owner. And practically anyone in the Sheridan area can be a member by becoming a customer. At Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union, located at 141 South Gould, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Christy Haswell, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Thanks a lot, Kevin, for the history report. Great job as always. The Broncs and Plainsmen are now warming up for tonight's game. And let's take a look at all the playoff games going on around the state that have been going on this afternoon and tonight. And there will be one game played tomorrow afternoon on Saturday. In Class 1A 6-man, Matitsi traveling to Little Snake River. DuBois traveling to Riverside. KC traveling to Encampment. And Farson Eden playing at Burlington. All those are afternoon games except the 6 o'clock kickoff, DuBois and Riverside. In Class 1A 9-man, Saratoga playing at Shoshone. Grable at Pine Bluff. Southeast at Big Piney. And Wind River will play at Lingle Fort Laramie. In Class 2A, Wheatland at Mountain View. Cokeville will travel all the way across the state to play at Newcastle. Burns will play at Lovell. And the Bighorn Rams, they host Warland tonight at 6 o'clock as well out at Bighorn High School. In Class 3A, Lander will play at Star Valley. Powell at Riverton. Torrington will play at Cody. And Evanston will travel to Douglas. And in Class 4A right here, Laramie at Sheridan. Kelly Walsh will play at Natrona. Thunder Basin will play at Cheyenne East. And Rock Springs will play at Campbell County. When we come back, we will hear from head coach Jeff Mowry right here on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show. He will break down tonight's game and what we might see out of the Broncs tonight that might have been different than last week's game playing at Laramie. We'll also talk about what it will take to move on to the state semifinals next week. You're listening to Bronc Football right here on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, also streaming live at SheridanMedia.com.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Need screen printed and embroidered items? Well, whatever you need, Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
Mossholders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Mossholders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Mossholders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Mossholders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Mossholders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season. Go Broncs and Lady Broncs.
All right, we're with Coach Mowry, and Coach, another way to end the regular season last week. Finished 9-0, and we're now on to what's real meaningful football. Not that the regular season isn't meaningful because of the position it puts you in now, but onto something new and what you guys are used to having. But let's go back and let's just talk a little bit about last Friday night and Laramie, and you guys just opened things up right away and got the ball rolling.
Yeah, we finished our regular season well at 9-0, and like you said, the regular season isn't everything. It puts you in position to have seeding in the playoffs, and we earned that number one seed, and that was huge. And to finish at Laramie and control the game like we should have there was a great way to finish for our guys, and cap off a 9-win season, a regular season again is a great thing to have, and we're really excited for the playoffs. But put ourselves in a position to be at home field advantage, which is huge, to be able to play at home in round one and hopefully get the opportunity to do it again in round two. There's not a better place to play in Wyoming than right in our own backyard.
The game obviously was a complete blowout from the get-go, but do you feel like you guys did things the way you were supposed to? Obviously, we talked a little bit about it in the post-game show about how they converted some long third downs and stuff, and maybe the focus just wasn't quite as sharp as maybe it would have been if you hadn't already had the number one seed wrapped up.
Yeah, we did some good things. We hadn't had a special teams touchdown in a long time, and we started the game with a kick return, got some points up on the board pretty quick, turned the ball back over to us, and got points up again pretty quick. So we were pretty efficient early on. Really, the first 4 drives of offense, we ended up with a touchdown, and so we got up with a special teams touchdown in 4 drives, 34-0 pretty quick. PAT was a point of emphasis. I thought we were much better on PATs. Still missed that first one, but otherwise we're pretty solid. And then our defense did a good job until late in the second quarter. We had a breakdown, and they busted a long run on us. But we just had some lapses in there. We gave up a couple third downs. But then I think it's one of those things is sometimes you feel Friday night we had some lapses. You come back and watch film, and it really wasn't as bad. I think our third down percentage on defense was 75%, and 75% in 4A is awesome. Rarely,
you'll take that every night.
Absolutely. And so we got off the field 75% of third downs, which is a good thing. But there were some, and those are probably the ones that stick in our heads sometimes.
Now, looking forward, it's a little bit weird to play a team on the road, then turn around and have to play them again the next week. And I know it's probably happened in the past where you're playing the same opponent 2 weeks in a row due to the playoffs and how, Laramie got into the 8 seed, and so they now get to come up here and play. Is it more difficult to prepare this week? Or obviously you know what they do, and maybe they'll try to throw some wrinkles in, but you guys are going to change things up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we could copy and paste our game plan from a week ago, and then we still might be able to get the win this week. That being said, that's just not our style. So our coaches came in on Sunday afternoon like we always do, and we put a game plan together, and it's different than last week. They did some things that, like we said, exposed us on defense, and we saw some things on offense that we hopefully can expose them on their defense. And so we put in some wrinkles this week that we hope will have an opportunity to create some plays for us and get our guys in good position. And so, I think a lot of people would say, well, it's the same thing. You don't have to spend much time. Well, we did. We think it's important to continue to push our guys and keep them fresh. And to do that, I think we've got to change things up and show that there's purpose to this week. It's not the exact same thing as last week. We've got to go out and we've got to execute, and we've got to continue to become a better team. Our goal is not necessarily to win on Friday. Yes, we want that to happen, but we want to continue to grow as a team. And if we just copy and paste the report, the scouting report and our game plan from last week, I don't feel like we would become a better football team.
Because what you might do this week might carry over into the semifinals and then hopefully into the championship with maybe something you are learning this week can carry over the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely. That's exactly right. And our offense and our defense continue to build off each other every single week. And the stuff we installed in week 1 has continued to be in the playbook, but we've morphed, from there and become better and I think more efficient in all of those offensive and defensive plays.
We talked a little bit last week about the health of the team, and for the most part, you guys were pretty healthy, but you held some guys out this week. Will those guys, Garrett Way, be back this week and hopefully healed up?
Yeah, that's the hope. They're going to definitely warm up, and we're going to see how it goes. Garrett's been nursing a shoulder that's been bothering him, and it's been feeling better. But we still want to be pretty cautious with him as he's a guy that we want to have down the road. But at the same time, if we get in a spot and we need Garrett, he's going to be in there, because if we don't take care of business tonight, then there is no further road. And so it's kind of a balancing act. We got to keep guys healthy, yet at the same time, if we don't put them in there when we need them, we may not have a next week. And so we've got to be smart with how we play those guys. Garrett's banged up a little bit, Ty's banged up a little bit. We've had some other injuries that we've just got to be careful with. Yet it's an opportunity, again, to build depth. And we have 2s and 3s that need to be able to get live action. And if they can play in week 1 of playoffs, that's huge as we go into week 2 and 3.
As we wrap up the regular season this last week, did it go the way you expected it to go? You thought it would go? I mean, coming into the season, you knew that you were losing. You had lost 21 of 22 starters from the year before. You knew you had some speed and some talent, but you've put it together for nine more consecutive wins, and now we're into the playoffs. So did it go the way you felt like you were hoping it would go?
It's been great. It's been a great regular season so far. I don't know if I'd anticipated this or predicted this. I don't know if I've ever once, since coming to Sheridan in 2007 with Coach Julian, I don't think we ever predicted to be undefeated. it's great, but I don't think I've ever predicted it. And I don't know if I would have predicted it again this year, but these guys did a great job. It's a great group of senior leaders, and we put a lot on those seniors, and they've continued to develop and push the young guys and continue to lead from the front and making sure that everybody's involved. And so really, really pleased with this group of guys. They're an awesome group of kids, and we didn't return a lot of starters. I guess it didn't matter too much. They're all returning starters now. We've got a lot of experience. We can't say we have a lack of experience anymore. And these guys just continue to get better every single week, and they come to practice with a great attitude, and we push the heck out of them. And hopefully we can continue to do that and enjoy it for a few more practices next week.
Do the coaches get more amped up now that it is the playoffs? And I mean, if you don't play well Friday night, your season could come to an end.
Yeah, there's a lot of intensity out of the coaches from day one, and so I don't know if there's an extra added pressure. We try not to do that because we feel like that when our kids are loose and free, that's when they play their best, and so we don't want to put any added pressure on these guys. They've dealt with enough pressure already, and so we want to put them in a position to be successful. Yet at the same time, our game plans might be a little more. I don't know if the right way to put it. We might have a bigger game plan going week to week than we would in the regular season because we want to leave everything out there. We don't want to have one stone unturned, and so we want to make sure we put our guys in the best position possible. And that might mean that we're going to put a lot of installs in on them because we think it'll put them in the best position for success.
Now that we are to the playoffs, do the goals change? Obviously, one game at a time, or else you can't move forward. But these kids want to return to Laramie.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You look at that playoff bracket on Wyoming High School Activities Association, and you see the 8 seeds, and a lot of people are saying, well, here's what I think is going to happen in week 2, and who are the matchups we're going to have, and blah, blah, blah. And we zoom in, we crop that picture down, and you say, here's the bracket, but this is the only game that matters. And so the only game that matters right now for us is Sheridan versus Laramie. Whatever happens in Casper in the second time those guys have played each other in the 4-5 matchup, that's great. We'll worry about that after we get done with our game on Friday night. And so we haven't scouted anybody ahead. We haven't looked ahead, and we as coaches have got to do that. Otherwise, I think it would lead the students or our players to go down that road too. And if we do that, then we'll put ourselves in a bad way. And so we've got to focus on Laramie tonight and make sure we do our job.
The weather earlier this week, you had Tuesday night, obviously wet, a little bit of mixed rain and snow. Did that change the way you guys handle practice?
It's wet, and we don't put our good leather balls outside, but that's about the only thing we changed. Our schedule for Tuesdays is an offensive focus, and we do kick return and punt team, and with some PAT field goal mixed in there, and we didn't change anything. We did the exact same schedule as we always would because you know what, if we're playing in this kind of weather, that means we're playing at the right time of year, and we get to play late into the year. And who knows in Wyoming what kind of weather you're going to get. And so we might have this weather. We might have 65 degrees and sunny. Who knows? But we've got to prepare for all of it, and we've got to be able to catch the ball and throw the ball and snap the ball in cold weather. And whether it's dry or wet, who knows? We've got to be able to do it in everything. So we try to put our guys in those situations. You know, even sometimes when it is sunny, we'll be dipping the ball in water to try to get it used to that if we're going to have water on Friday.
Sure. Nice to be home, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, playing in front of the crowd, give the community one more, at least one more look at this team.
Yeah, there's not a better place to play, and we've already missed a home game by having to play it in Casper because of the smoke. Hopefully the moisture on Tuesday is helping with the fire and helping, you know, I'd like to see that thing go out. Yeah. But it's awesome to play at home. There's not a better place to play in the state. You know, War Memorial excluded, I guess, but not a place I'd rather play than Sheridan right here in Homer Scott Field, and it's a beautiful place. We always have awesome crowd, and you know, especially if the weather's nice, it's a great place to play. We have an awesome band. You know, the atmosphere here is just second to none.
Well, let's have a good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Appreciate it, Shane.
Have you been in to see Sheridan WYO Sports Cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
Is your toilet bowl so dingy and nasty that your dog won't even drink out of it? Originally it was white porcelain, but now it is a brownish green color. Ew. You need A-Plus plumbers to come and take that gross thing away and install a new one that is white again. Something that you aren't embarrassed to let the company use, and something your dog can drink from. A-Plus Plumbers, 672-9454. A-Plus Plumbers, they are number 1 in the number 2 business.
Attention business owners, are you battling inflation costs and rising fees? Let First Federal Bank and Trust help. We're offering a free analysis of your current merchant processing fees. You don't even have to be a customer. See if our comprehensive merchant services can save you money and help your business thrive. Contact our cash management team today to get started. First Federal Bank and Trust, your partner in success. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Nicole Christensen with First Bank of Wyoming. Our team is always looking for ways to make a positive impact and invest in the communities we serve. Whether it's through volunteering with nonprofits, serving on local boards, or sponsoring organizations and events throughout the area, we are committed to helping our local communities and making a difference. Last year alone, First Bank of Wyoming employees volunteered over 1,000 hours to organizations in our branch areas. We believe that we can create real change and make a lasting impact. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Ken Balkenbush with Prime Rate Motors and Super Trailer Store, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
A huge thank you to head coach Jeff Mowry for giving us insight into tonight's game, a little different, playing Laramie back-to-back weeks. Coming up next, Ryan Parker will be joining me live right here on the pregame show. We'll have tonight's starting lineups and the kickoff coming your way right here from Homer Scott Stadium. We'll be back with tonight's kickoff right after this. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM, also streaming live at SheridanMedia.com.
Hey, this is Cindy Jacobson with ERA Carroll Realty, inviting you to 3014 Highway 87 Open House on Saturday from 11 to 12. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath renovated home that sits on 5 acres with mature trees, a creek, and a nice big shop. Hey, there's no HOA, but there's Saws water, a well, and a new septic system. Come see 3014 Highway 87 tomorrow from 11 to 12.
Spring semester is now open. Sheridan College is excited to offer its first ever 4-year program, a fully online applied bachelor's degree in management and leadership. This flexible degree is designed to fit into your busy life, letting you work while you learn. With specialized paths, you'll gain the skills needed for high-demand careers. Ready to start? Visit sheridan.edu/VAS and unlock new opportunities for your future. That's sheridan.edu/VAS. Assemble your team for the Sheridan Rec District Winter Shootout Youth Basketball Tournament December 6th through the 8th. Divisions are 5th through 8th grade boys and 5th through 6th grade girls. All teams have a 3-game guarantee and take place at Sheridan College and the Sheridan Junior High. This is a region-wide tournament with teams from Montana, South Dakota, Colorado, and Wyoming. It's $250 per team. Register now at TourneyMachine.com, then search Sheridan, Wyoming. Questions? Call the Rec District 674-6421.
Hey Colton, can you believe this year is already coming to an end?
You're telling me. I know there's still some time left, but it'll all be over before we know it.
And it's the same story in the real estate market too. Plans to buy or sell may have started a few years ago, but before we know it, the spring season push will begin once again. Time sure does fly.
It's important that people know too that we're not just waiting for the year to end, but always ready and prepared to help those looking to make their move now.
That's right. We're here for our clients 365 days a year. Let us help now so your down-the-road plans don't become your plans for the distant future.
Give us a call today at 675-BEST and visit bestwi.net.
Proudly brokered by EXP.
This is AJ Sayre with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Shane Parker alongside, bringing you playoff action here as the Broncs are just now back out on the field, taking the field as they get ready for their starting lineups. And Laramie came out just a few minutes ago. And Ryan, you and I were down in Laramie last Friday night, and we saw this Broncs team. You know, we kind of got a little bit of what the coaches thought about last week's game, hearing from Coach Mowry. But, 75% of the time they got off the field on third down. You and I made maybe a little bit bigger deal than it needed to be about some big third down plays that Laramie was able to convert last week, and fourth down plays as well. But, when when it all came to the end, the Bronx still won 48-0.
Yeah, it was, for me, it was an unusual Bronx team that we saw. Yes, they won 48-0, but they had some mental lapses. I think it was 3 different times they jumped off sides on the defensive side of the ball, which is very uncommon for this team. Yep. And yes, they were in control, but it didn't feel like we were as dominant as we were.
Looks like Laramie may have the opportunity to get their starting quarterback for the year, Fisher Frood, back this week. He is in uniform as we look down on the field. Not sure if he's going to play quarterback tonight. He is also the punter and kicker, so he's a senior. Quarterfinal playoff game, he probably wanted to try to play in that, so he might just be doing the punting and kicking tonight. We'll find out, or if it's going to be the sophomore quarterback Dax Parvin, who last week he actually threw the ball really well for the Plainsmen and found their big wide receiver Max Alexander. He actually leads 4A football with 56 receptions.
Yeah, I thought that Dax Parvin did a great job. He's only a sophomore, and he converted, a few big third downs that kept Laramie's drives going, and put a little bit of confidence in that team. And for being a sophomore, he's only started since the 18th of October, so he's got a couple starts under his belt. I thought he did an excellent job.
He's a guy that has really taken the opportunity that's been given to him and trying to lead this Laramie team. And although they didn't put any points on the board last week, they were able to move the ball at times on the Bronx, just weren't able to finish drives.
Yeah, the Bronx, we've talked about this kind of all year. Their defense will bend, but it doesn't break. And that kind of shows with their 5 shutouts in 9 games.
This is the 17th consecutive year that Sheridan is hosting a quarterfinal game. They're 16-0 in the last 16 quarterfinal games and 36-7 in playoff games since in that 17-year stretch. Again, you heard during the pregame show, Sheridan has scored 418 points this year and only given up 51 points. So they score 46.4 points a game, and they give up 5.6 points a game. Just unbelievable. Riding that 40-game winning streak. And again, they are 45-43 all-time against Laramie, as you heard Kevin Coyle say. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll have the opening kickoff. You're listening to Bronc Football right here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Is Wyoming Corporate Office your one-stop shop for everything you need for your Wyoming-based business, LLC, or corporation formulation? Yes. Service of process and mail forwarding services? Indeed. Fulfill the legal requirements for small businesses based in Wyoming? Absolutely. Wyoming Corporate Office provides the communication between your business and the state, so you don't have to. Learn more by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com today.
Taking on a new loan can be scary, but there's no need to fear. Campco Federal Credit Union is here. At Campco, we aim to help our members have a successful financial future. We offer secured credit cards, new and used auto loans, home loans, and more. We'll guide you through the loan process and put your mind at ease for your next big purchase. Campco Federal Credit Union is ready to help you. Apply online, come into one of our branches, or call us. Campco Federal Credit Union, NCUA, and Equal Housing Lender.
You can go to the Verge with Farmers Co-op Convenience Store. What I mean is Farmers Co-op Deli offers awesome oven-roasted chicken wings. So if you're a wing fan like I am, you're going to really like this. Chicken wings made fresh to order. That's right, you can order up some tasty wings, then grab a soda while they cook up a batch just for you. Get yours today and all your other favorites from the deli at Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue.
Are you wanting to start a business, make some home improvements, or have your eye on a new RV or vehicle? Security State Bank is a locally owned and operated bank that is small enough to listen, yet big enough to help. Security State Bank can help qualified applicants achieve these goals with competitive interest rates and quick in-house decisions. Stop by Security State Bank in Sheridan, Gillette, Moreland, Graybull, or Basin and find out more online at ssbwyo.bank. Security State Bank, NMLS 401472, Equal Housing Lender. Whether you're starting a business, safeguarding your assets for future generations, or navigating the complexities of property transactions, McCool Law Firm LLC in Sheridan provides tailored solutions that ensure your success. McCool Law Firm understands that each case is unique, and it is committed to delivering personalized service that will exceed your expectations. McCool Law Firm, protecting your legacy, stepping up to bat for you. Find out more and schedule a consultation at McCoolLawFirmLLC.com or call 307-461-9240.
What's new at Waring Sheridan Chevrolet? And I'm talking vehicles, Doug Wooden.
We have Tahoes, new Suburban, new half-ton Silverados, as well as a ZR2 Duramax half-ton. Heavy duties, 3/4 tons, 1-ton Silverados, new Blazers, Trailblazers, you name it. And if we don't have what you're looking for, we'll find it. Just ask.
Experience the Waring way of buying vehicles. Waring Chevrolet, 107 East Alger, WaringSheridan.com.
Moss Holders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Moss Holders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Moss Holders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Moss Holders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Moss Holders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season. Go Broncs and Lady Broncs.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Shane and Ryan Parker about to bring you all the live action from the 4A quarterfinal playoffs. The Broncs taking on the Laramie Plainsmen. Rematch of last week's regular season finale. And Ryan, for the Broncs, they're going to start on defense as Laramie won the coin toss and they have elected to receive. So starting tonight, it'll be the sophomore Brady Hartman, he's one of the D tackles. A junior Sam Huffman, the other D tackle. The defensive ends are Beck Haswell, who's a junior, and Harvey Freiberger, who's a senior. Keegan Rager, Kelton Crow, and Gage Rogers, they are your linebackers, 2 juniors and a senior. And then Breck Reed will be one corner. He's a junior. Carson Chase will be at the other corner. And then Chance Morris and Andrew Stewart will be the safeties. They're all seniors. And that's the way the Broncs will start on defense tonight. And it will be Ty Gilbertson to put the ball on the tee. And we are just about ready to get the 2024 4A playoffs underway.
Yeah, weather conditions, it's dry.
It's dry.
Little breezy down there on the field. There's swirling wind, but we'll see if that affects anything.
And 44 degrees at kickoff. And Ty's boot will be punched, and it will go into the end zone for the touchback. And so Laramie will start at their own 20. And that's where the Plainsmen will take over. Again, Laramie, they have the number 9th ranked offense in 4A. That's out of 10 teams. They average just 231 yards a game, 85 yards on the ground, and 151 yards through the air. They do like to throw the ball, but they do have the number 1 receiver in all of 4A football. Max Alexander, he's got 56 passes for 708 yards and 7 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, he was something special last week. He was fun to watch. And it does look like it's going to be the sophomore quarterback.
Yep, so Parvin will be the quarterback. Beetleman, the running back behind him. And the toss right away is to a new guy, Joshua King. He's going to be run out of bounds for a loss of a couple as he attacked the left side of the scrimmage there. The Broncs did a nice job closing in on the line of scrimmage. So Joshua King was the ball carrier for the Plainsmen. We didn't see him carry the ball at all last week.
Well, like we kind of talked about, I think both teams are going to not not show the same things that they did last week.
So King, 5'5", 145 pounds. He looks real little. Want to thank all the listeners in at Laramie as well as on KOWB as we simulcast this tonight, as Dave Settle had to go do Wyoming Cowgirl basketball tonight. So here is Parvin. He is carrying the ball, and boy, he runs into a wall of Broncs. Looked like Beck Haswell was the first guy there, along with Harvey Freiberger. So it's going to bring up third down and about 13 or 14. Actually, they're going to mark him all the way back to the 15-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 15 for Laramie, as Parvin will get the signals in from the sideline, and nothing doing on offense on the first 2 plays.
Yeah, right now they're just keeping it simple, not trying, I think that they're just trying to make some positive plays, but the Broncs defense, too much so far.
Well, last week they came out and just threw the ball all over the field, and they haven't attempted a throw here in this first drive. But Parvin will be in the pistol with Beetleman lined up next to him, 3 receivers in the formation, and now we've got a flag. Oh, and no flag. It's going to be a timeout. Laramie will take one as well. We're back to Homer Scott Field right after this.
Texting and driving. Texting and driving? Everyone knows there really is no and. You're either texting or you're driving. In other words, if you're typing or reading anything while you're behind the wheel, you're not paying attention and you're not in control of your vehicle. That's why law enforcement around the state is cracking down on distracted driving. Hey, Wyoming, let's put an end to texting and driving, because we all know better. There is no and. This message was paid for by WYDOT.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field out of the timeout. Laramie will bring the offense back on the field. 3rd down and 15. And Ryan, we were talking about Sheridan's 17 consecutive games of hosting a quarterfinal. The last time Laramie won a quarterfinal game was in the year 2000.
Oh, wow.
Here's Parvin right down the middle, and it's going to be intercepted by, I think that's Gage Rogers. He's going to return it inside the 10 and be driven out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So Gage Rogers with the interception, and that will set Sheridan up 1st and goal. So a big pick there by the defense. Boy, Rogers came out of his defensive linebacker position to make that interception.
That was...
Actually, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 12-yard line, so that's where they will spot the ball. 1st and 10, Sheridan at the 12-yard line. Gilbert, he'll give it to Crow. Crow, he breaks contained right in the middle of the field, and he scrambles in for the Bronc touchdown. With exactly 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter, the Broncs on their first offensive play, get in the end zone on a Kelton Crow 12-yard touchdown run. So the Broncs lead at 6-0. Good blocking up front.
1 play, 1 touchdown. We've seen that before this year.
Yes. So Gilbertson will come on for the extra point. The PAT team has Breck Reed as the holder. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter, it's the Broncs 7, Laramie nothing. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM, also streaming live at SheridanMedia.com.
Honor, service, and sacrifice are key character pillars of the men and women who have defended and helped shape our nation. You've defended our freedoms and inspired countless others. Hi, this is Amy Blumenstock, Army veteran and mortgage underwriter at First Northern Bank of Wyoming. On Veterans Day and every day, we honor you and recognize the challenges you've faced. We appreciate your service and commitment. Thank you for all that you do. First Northern Bank of Wyoming, proudly supporting Wyoming veterans since 1885. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1422156.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Christy Haswell, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, it didn't take long for the Broncs to strike as one offensive play, and they're in the end zone after the interception by the linebacker Gage Rogers. set the Broncs up at the Laramie 12-yard line, and Kelton Crow took it in from 12 yards out on the first offensive play of the game for the Broncs, and they lead at 7-0 with 10 minutes left here in that first quarter. Gilbertson has it teed up again. And Gilby he'll boot this one, and it will be taken from the 5-yard line. It's Alexander. They've got a whole group of guys. No one knows who has the ball, but it's going to be King. King's going to be dumped at about the 15-yard line as one of the Bronc return men, or the defenders on the kickoff team, just
I think that was Rudy Green.
Almost picked up King and drove him back. So it'll be right at the 15-yard line where Laramie will take over. A little wrinkle out of Laramie's kickoff team. Their return guys anyway. So 9:52 to go here in the first. Parvin will have Beetleman next to him in the backfield with 4 receivers in the formation. They're going to bring Noah Reese in motion. And now we've got Parvin escaping the pocket, coming to the near side, looking downfield, and he lets one fly, and it's going to be way out of bounds. And they will live to see another play, but we've got a face mask. I thought I saw a face mask early in that possession, and I don't see the flag, but I saw I do see the flag laying back at about the 9-yard line. So it will be a face mask on Sheridan, I do believe, on the quarterback, but I don't think it's a 15-yard, is it? It's just going to be the 5-yard type. Oh, no, they are calling a personal foul face mask on Sheridan. So it'll be 15 yards, and that'll move the ball all the way out to the Laramie 30-yard line. So they'll have it 1st and 10 at the 30. And the Bronc defense will have to settle back in. Parvin has thrown, he's 42 out of 85 for 488 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's thrown 5 interceptions on the year for Laramie. A high snap, but the give is to Beetleman. And not much there on first down. And that actually might have been William Ennist, the running back, I think, is who carried the ball that time for the Plainsmen. It was Weston Ennist. So it'll be a pickup of about 3 yards. So 2nd down and 7 for the Plainsmen. Alexander will come split clear to the near side. Laramie going left to right across your radio dial. 2 running backs in the formation with a fullback in there as well. And the give straight ahead, but the Evan Crum got tripped up in the backfield, and it'll be a loss of 3 back to the 30-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Plainsmen. The running back Crum just got tripped up as he was starting to put his foot in the ground.
And, last week on these 3rd and longs, Laramie had a little bit of success completing some long passes for first down.
So 3 receivers all the way to the far side. Now they're going to bring a receiver in motion. That's A.J. Sidorius. Now down the seam, they're going to find Breiniger. Breiniger's going to be driven out of bounds. I think he's going to be short of the first down. Let's see where they spot. It's going to be right at the 40. Maybe they're going to give him the first down, and they are. So it'll be a pass underneath. They let the short receiver cut off the route and make that play and ran him out of bounds, but it was not until it was a gain of 10 on the play. So Noah Reese and Max Alexander will come to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side as well. Parvin. High snap, but the handoff and nothing doing there, boy.
Beck Haswell was there waiting for him with open arms.
Yeah, Evan Crum got the short side of that one as he was driven back, and a loss of 2 yards on the play. The last 2 carries that the Crum has run the ball, he's lost 5 yards on the last 2 times he's carried it. So Laramie comes back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to send 4 receivers into the formation with, I think that's Breiniger in the backfield with Parvin. Actually, it's Beetleman. Beetleman will be there. Parvin looking for the screen pass, and it's going to be incomplete, overthrown.
Beck Haswell got some good pressure on the quarterback. I think they were trying to set up a screen, and he had to get rid of it just a bit early.
So now it's going to be 3rd down and 12 after the incompletion with 6:57 to go here in the first. Broncs lead at 7-0 on the range scoreboard. Laramie taking their sweet time. They're huddling up after every play. And again, they'll send 3 receivers to the near side. Alexander will be the lone receiver on the far side. Beetleman in the backfield with Parvin. Parvin calls for the snap. The Broncs send a blitz, and the ball comes out, and they're gonna say Parvin was down at about the 19-yard line. The ball came out, but
they're gonna put it right at the 20.
So the Broncs are going to get the ball back as Laramie will come on to punt, and it will be Fisher Frood, who is actually the senior quarterback for this team, but he does have a collarbone issue. We had heard that he had broke his collarbone back in mid-October, but he is here kicking tonight. So Frood kicks this ball away. It's going to be fielded by Breck Reed. He's across midfield down the far sideline. There's not a lot of white jerseys out there. Reed cuts it in at the 10, and he's in for the Bronc touchdown. Nope, they're gonna say he's out of bounds at the inside the 1. They're gonna say he was out of bounds inside the 1-yard line. Boy, it looked like he got in the end zone.
Yeah, he's on that far side. We couldn't see his feet, though. He must have obviously stepped out at the 1.
And Breck's actually hobbling a little bit as he comes up and comes off the field. Now he's running a little better. Boy, that's the last thing you'd want to see on a night like tonight, seeing any of the good, the guys that start, the guys that play a lot of possessions get hurt.
Sheridan's world-class trainer. I'll get him all fixed up.
Broncs are in the Wildcat formation. We've got a flag on the play as Laramie was sending a guy in late, but Kelton Crow took it in for the 1-yard touchdown run.
It's offsides on the defense, so this will be declined. Touchdown will count.
Let's see what they got here. Offsides on the defense. And they're going to make him run the play again. Huh.
Oh, so they should have blown it dead.
Yeah. So, again, Wildcat formation. Crow will be the snap receiver. He takes it, and he'll take it right in, almost untouched. So with 5:58 left here in the first quarter, Kelton Crow gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncs have run 2 offensive plays, and they've scored on both of them.
For a total of 13 yards.
Yep. Not a lot to pad the stats, but the scoreboard is looking fine. Gilbertson on to kick the extra point. The snap's good. The hold is good. The kick is up.
Blocked.
It was blocked. So the extra point, no good. And with 5:58 remaining here in the first quarter, it's the Broncs 13, Laramie nothing. We'll be back to Homer Scott Field. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Rise and shine, breakfast lovers. McDonald's got a deal for you. Buy one breakfast favorite and get another for $1. Choose from many of your favorites. 2 sausage McMuffins, please, or a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin burrito, or sausage McGriddle. We're all on the search for tasty savings when dining out. Mix or match any 2 items. Pay the regular menu price for 1. Get the second of equal or lesser value for $1. Eat both items if you're really hungry, or you can share. This offer is available at McDonald's in Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
Hi, this is Ken Balkenbush with Prime Rate Motors and Super Trailer Store, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Shane Parker bringing you all the live playoff action here as the Broncs lead this thing 13-0 after the missed extra point. We'll try to get you scores coming in from around the state. I do know with 2:03 left in the first quarter, Bighorn trails Worland 3-0 in that ball game out in Bighorn in the first round of the 2A playoffs. This time Gilbertson, he'll fire this one. It'll be taken by Breiniger at the 3-yard line. He'll come to the near side, looks for a little bit of a seam across the 20 and tackled down as he crossed the 20 to the 22-yard line, and that's where Laramie will start their third offensive possession. One interception and a punt so far for the two drives by Laramie, who have made some progress this year under the head coach, Jake Chick. Laramie got into the playoffs with 2 wins, one over Cheyenne South and then a big win over Cheyenne Central, and that qualified them for the 8th seed here in the 4A playoffs. Dax Parvin again will have Beetleman lined up next to him in the backfield. 4 receivers in the formation. Parvin. And they're going to have to hurry to get this playoff. They just get it off, and it's a wide receiver screen to Breiniger. Breiniger, he'll be tackled for no gain. It was a wide receiver screen, and they might have given him a half a yard maybe out to the 22.5. We'll call it 2nd down and 9, a yard gain on first down. And Laramie huddles back up. But, Ryan, this Laramie team, they've made progress. Obviously, they've got one of the top wide receivers in the state. And they've done good things at times. They've just really struggled defensively to stop offenses.
Yeah, offensively, I think that they do a very nice job. But their defense, very porous.
So this time it's an end-around handoff, and the Broncs defense just swarms and makes the tackle right about the 20-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 3 as Alexander was the ball carrier on the end-around. At the end of the first quarter out in Bighorn, Worland leading Bighorn 3-0.
Wow.
In 2A playoffs. There one upset already today. A 4 seed did win a game as the 4 seed out of the East, Saratoga, beat the 1 seed out of the West, Shoshone, 22-20. So 9-man football with an upset in the first round of the playoffs. Parvin, he'll drop straight back. Look out in the flats to Alexander. He makes the catch out to the 25-yard line. So a 5-yard gain, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 8.
Chance Morris was right there and made a nice open field tackle.
So Frood will come back on to punt this ball away as Laramie is going to have to punt. And the snap is good. Frood's kick is high, but he's going to kick it out of bounds. And the Broncs are going to be set up well inside Laramie territory. Let's see where they mark this thing out. At the 46-yard line, so that's where the Broncs will take over. Coming up at halftime, James Timberlake will have the Powderhorn halftime show. He'll bring you updates from around the state as well as regional volleyball going on as well. And so we will get you updates as things are going on. The Sheridan Lady Broncs won their opening match of the regional volleyball tournament today. So they're actually playing right now with a chance to qualify for the state tournament. So out on offense, Gilbertson. He'll hand the ball to Garrett Way. Garrett off the far right side. Breaks a tackle at the 40. Trying to rumble for more yardage, and it'll be swarmed down inbounds at about the 38-yard line. So that's going to be a 7-8 yard gain there on first down for Garrett Way. Garrett did not play last week, nursing that sore shoulder. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Broncs. Breck Reed and Carson Chase to the near side. Way in the backfield with Gilbertson. Gilbertson drops back, has a man across the middle, and it's incomplete. Boy, he's looking for Carson Chase. And Carson was open. He just let him a little bit too much. So it'll bring up 3rd and 2 now for the Broncs. And Beck Haswell will come back into the ball game this time, and Gilbertson's going to come out. Keegan Rager also back in. So this means it'll be the Wildcat formation with Crow being the snap receiver. 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. The Broncs leading 13-0 on the range scoreboard. So it's not going to be the original Wildcat formation. It looks like Crow's just going to be the quarterback. Take it and give it to Reed on the jet sweep, and he's got enough for the first down across the 35 to the 34-yard line. And actually, that was Carson Chase, I think, who was the ball carrier.
I think you're right.
It wasn't Reed. It was Chase. So Carson gets the Broncs their first down at the 34-yard line. And the offense stays out on the field with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Crow lined up next to Gilbertson. 4 receivers in the formation. Gilbertson fakes the give. Gives it to Haswell. Haswell's in open space across the 20. Down inside the 15. He's dropped there at about the 14 or 13-yard line. Maybe even the 12.
I think they're giving him the 12.
And so a nice play on first down there as Gilbertson faked the inside handoff, and Haswell from his tight end spot was wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he made one nice move and was able to pick up some yards after the catch.
So 1st and 10, Broncs at the Laramie 12-yard line. Again, 3 receivers in the formation as Morris and Reed to the near side and Chase to the far side. They're going to send Morris in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep. They got a good block on the outside, and Chance Morris takes it in for the touchdown. That's a 12-yard Bronc touchdown with 1:52 to go here in the first quarter. Chance Morris, that's his 5th touchdown of the year on jet sweeps.
He hits that corner, and he's just so fast. He puts that foot in the ground and just springs forward.
So good blocking on the far edge set up the wide open lane for Morris to get into the end zone, and the Broncs continue to pour it on here. Gilbertson's kick is up, and it is good. With 1:52 remaining here in the first quarter, it's the Broncs 20, Laramie 0. We're back to Homer Scott Stadium right after this.
There is no known cure for tinnitus, but we can help provide you with relief. Hi, I'm Dr. Addison Dempsey.
And I'm JT Kraft from EBA Hearing and Sound.
Linear is the first low-risk, non-invasive medical device of its kind that is clinically proven to relieve tinnitus and is FDA approved.
Starkey's brand new Edge AI hearing aids offer groundbreaking technology that powers the most capable hearing devices available, while also offering expanded tinnitus masking therapies.
Schedule today to determine what tinnitus treatment is right for you.
EBA Hearing and Sound, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
Hi, this is Jeff Tomlinson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, Ryan, the Broncs, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Chance Morris just scored his 5th rushing touchdown of the year. That was his 12th carry now for 168 yards and scored 5 times on that jet sweep. So pretty proficient for the Broncs.
Yeah, we've talked about it all year. The Broncs' speed is just uncanny.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what teams see on film, but it's fast.
It's very fast, isn't it? So Chance Morris continues to do good things for the Bronc offense. 1:52 to go. Gilbertson's got it teed up, and Laramie's going to have to figure something out here as the Broncs continue to pour it on. This time the kick will be taken by Alexander from the 4-yard line. He'll come to the near side, and he'll be swarmed under as he approaches the 19. They might give him the 20-yard line. See where they put this down, but a good tackle by Keegan Rager. And actually, it's going to be somebody's coming up hobbling a little bit. That's Blaine Phillips, I think, the backup quarterback for the Broncs. And that's not good because Ty Gilbertson's also a little bit banged up. Ty's out there playing, but boy, if we needed Blaine to come in, that's not good. Blaine's on the sideline. Joanne's over there looking at him, but we'll see what happens there. Parvin has 5 receivers in the formation, and Haswell came off the edge, but they find Alexander on a screen play, and he's down the middle of the field. He breaks it outside, across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. That's a big gainer for Laramie.
Where are they going to spot it? 40.
About the 42-yard line. That's a 22-yard play. Actually, all the way out to the 44-yard line.
Oh, wow. Okay, they moved it.
So a 24-yard pass play from Parvin to Alexander. Boy, that's a nice play by the Plainsman.
Yeah, Parvin did a great job of letting the line letting that pressure get to him, and he just dumped it right over the top to him, and then Alexander made a couple moves.
So again, 4 receivers in the formation. Beetleman lined up in the backfield. A quick wide receiver screen this time to Alexander. Again, he'll make one guy miss and pick up a couple yards across the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
So pick up a 3.
About 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7 for the Plainsmen. Just light things up here at the regional tournament last year. I think he likes playing at Sheridan High School because he lit it up on the basketball court. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Broncs leading 20-0 on the Range scoreboard. Parvin, he'll bring a man in motion. That's Breiniger across the formation to the far side. He'll drop straight back, fight off some pressure, and he's going to throw it. And Alexander with another catch, this time in Bronc territory at the 48-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. I think they could have got Laramie for an illegal man downfield that time. One of the linemen got quite a ways downfield, but it is going to be
out. Thompson's is located in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact
Sheridan Media Sports.
They ran 5 offensive plays. So Laramie comes out, find Alexander. Actually, the ball is going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage and fall incomplete. Boy, Alexander was open.
Let's see. Is Laramie? They thinking they're going to go for it?
Like they're not bringing the punt team on.
I mean, at this point, what do you?
Right. It's 3 times last week, but I'm sure that they're going to be more disciplined this week. 4 receivers in the formation, 4th and 2, and Laramie 43? Is that where they're? So 11.